What up, everybody? This your bestie Zay. Welcome to the AKWRD XONE Podcast. This is episode 2. Yo, I'm back in LocSmith studio again, and I got a special guest again here. He came to co-host this time. Like, damn! I couldn't just do an episode in your shit without you. No, I'm joking. I appreciate you being here and all that shit. You wanna intro your friend?
Yeah, I'll let her introduce herself. I'm gonna let her introduce herself. What is your name and who does your hair?
Ooh, okay. So I go by Deborah Ashley. Got my hair done by LocSmith, like your very own.
Hey, that's your camera right there.
Sorry. So yeah, Deborah Ashley. Got my hair done by LocSmith. This guy right here to my left. It's nice with it.
So, quick little icebreaker question. What inspired your lock journey, and has it reflected your personal growth at all?
Absolutely. I always loved locks, dreads, ever since I was younger. And then one day I asked my mom, I'm like, Mom, what do you think about me locking my hair? And she was kind of against it at first, but she's mixed with, she's Asian and black. So it was just always straight. So I always straightened my hair when I was younger. And then, one day I got incarcerated, and then I was like, man, how am I going to tame my hair? So I was like, let me just go with what I love, always wanted to do. So I wanted something that, to me, original and authentic. And that's why I always stick with it. And since, 2018, it's been locked ever since. So I don't do as much, but I'm still learning how to keep up with it. And I'm just falling in love with it every time.
Damn, since 2018?
Yeah.
I had a set in 2017, and I cut him off after 6 months.
What?
My first set, I cut him off after 3 months because I got caught in the rain after a retwist, and that shit was a no-go.
Yeah.
I got poofed up like Florida Evans. But listen, what does Still Human mean to you, and where did you come up with that name?
So, again, being incarcerated, you're not really you're treated inhumane, right? From the officers talking to you or just other civilians when they feel like you're being disrespectful. But sometimes we're misunderstood, right? People that have been locked up have been misunderstood, and we just want to be talked to like humans, right? Mm-hmm. So there was I think, what's the month with mental health awareness, and one of the sergeants had said, oh, why don't we write a poem? So we had wrote a poem, and when I wrote it and presented it to them, I said, hey, this is what we still walk in the same life. This is the same breath that we're still breathing, right? And I said, all we need is just a chance. Once you give us that chance, because once you teach somebody something, they're going to learn forever, right? So I took that and I wanted to turn it into a motivational speaking platform where I would use my podcast, use my ebook that I'm still developing, and I want to encourage people from the halfway houses to transitioning to back with their families again. And that's what it's all about, because it's still hard to transition back into society, right? And if you ever got a chance to look at my logo, it'll say Still Human, and then around the rim it'll say unlocking potential and redefining strength.
I like that.
And that's something that I'll just say to somebody, whether I just met them like you guys today or just two familiar faces I get to see every day.
I can talk to that. First of all, I didn't do time. The only time I did was about 4 days. But I was like, why you gotta talk to me like that? The officer already talked to me like that. I mean, you act like I ran from you. You act like I committed the crime in front of your face. Right. Like, what's your beef? You're a correctional officer. And moving forward from that, I did actually work at a halfway house. And I was so against that. First of all, I used to be homeless. So when I applied for Volunteers of America, I was hoping that I was getting placed in a homeless shelter so that